Welcome to the Paintbox show. I'm so excited to have you guys back this week. I had a lot of fun with this week's episode because I got to do my favorite thing, which is drawing. In fact, I love drawing so much. I knew I loved it from the time I was like 3 years old. I used to get in a little bit of trouble because I would sometimes draw on things you're not supposed to draw on. You know, like cats, friends, foreheads, walls, toilets, things like that. Turns out you're really supposed to just draw on paper. But I had a creative soul from an early age. What can I say? In fact, I'm gonna give you a glimpse of me back when I was your age, 5 years old, talking about how much I love drawing. It'll give you a kick. Then we're actually gonna go on a little trip to Reno, Nevada at a cool playground. We're gonna do an awesome squishy activity, and I'm gonna do some sweet drawing lessons with you. And we'll be back here to read Jack and the Beanstalk. I'll see you guys then.
She is the big kindergartner. Are you excited about going to kindergarten?
Yeah.
What are you most excited about?
Drawing.
Oh, you think you're going to draw in kindergarten?
Today we are drawing the cutest panda you've ever seen in your whole life. To make our panda, you will need white paper, a black marker, a pink marker, and a green marker. Ask a grown-up for help getting what you need. I don't want to see none of this, you guys. Oh, so cute. First, start with 3 circles, 1 big one and 2 on the sides for the ears. Then make a banana shape under the head. It doesn't have to be perfect, just do your best. Then 2 little ovals for the feet. Notice mine aren't perfect, so don't worry if yours aren't either. Then I'm going to do a little line here, and then on the other side 2, and then we're going to do the full circle for his little booty there, because he needs a little booty to sit on. Now we're going to do 2 ovals for the eyes. And again, just do your best and have fun with it. 2 little circles inside the ovals. And we're going to make a soft triangle for the nose. We're going to draw a line down and a little smiley face line. I'm going to give him a tongue. So our panda can get pedicures, he needs some toenails. So we're going to put 4 little circles on each foot. Then a little squiggle below. I think he needs a little tail. That looks good. Now we're going to draw some lines inside just to help us color, because we're going to be filling in parts of our panda with black marker. Oh, let's give him a belly button. We're going to color his arms and then around the sides and his little tail. And then we're going to color in his ears. We're going to color in the eyes, but not the little circles inside the ovals. Leave those white for now. Next, we're using the pink. We're going to fill in all those little parts. Now get your green marker. Fill in those eyes and give him some bambooty. Your panda's hungry. Look at him, he's starving to death. Now 1 more drawing lesson. This will be quick, just follow along. There won't be direction. Feel free to skip if you like. Good morning from Paintbox. Today we are coloring squishes. I don't really like vanilla. I think I need a different kind. Thank goodness I have markers. Only use permanent markers with this, as waterproof markers will rub off all over your hands. Supplies like these can be found online at Amazon.com, and I have found them in person at stores like Daiso, Five Below, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, and Michael's Crafts. Also check your small business and family-owned stores. This project is great for kids aged 3 to 10 and is especially fun in groups or for birthday parties. When you're done coloring, you have an actual toy to play with. Give it a few minutes to dry, and voila!
Hi Paintbox, it's me Coco. Today I'm at Cyan Park in Reno, Nevada, and I'm excited to check it out.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Are you enjoying the episode so far? I hope so. Did you draw a panda for me? If you did, send it to me, I want to see it. Anyway, today we're reading a really cool book that has illustrations, like drawings, that I thought were really cool. I liked them a lot. This book is almost 100 years old, which is basically how old I am, so it's pretty impressive. It's called Jack and the Beanstalk, and I'm going to read it to you guys right now, and I hope you like it. Once upon a time, there lived a poor widow who only had one child named Jack. She spoiled him by giving him everything he asked for, so he grew up lazy and disobedient. Soon her savings were spent and everything was sold except a cow. Having no food in the house, she decided to sell the cow and asked Jack to take it to the butcher in the village. Off he started with the animal for the village. On the way, he met a man who asked him where he was taking the cow. Jack answered that he wanted to sell it. The man held some curious beans in his hands. They were all different colors. He quickly noticed that Jack liked them, and when he offered to pay for the cow, with all the beans in his bag, the silly boy agreed to the bargain. Oh, his mom's gonna be mad. When Jack returned home and told his mother what he had done, she was very angry. She took the beans and threw them out the window into the garden. That night, they both went hungry and supperless to bed. Next morning, Jack and his mother were surprised to find that the beans had taken root, and the stalk was like a ladder that reached up beyond the clouds. At once, he made up his mind to climb it, but his mother begged him not to. In spite of her tears, he started, and after climbing for a long time, came to a strange country. Walking along, he met an old woman. "Young man," said she, "I am your fairy godmother. Listen carefully to what I shall tell you. Years ago, when you were a small boy, a wicked giant stole everything your father had. Soon after that, your father died. The giant lives in this country. You must punish him for this wickedness. It is right that you should take from him whatever you wish, for everything he has belongs to your mother and you. Follow this road, and you will soon come to the castle where he lives." Jack started along the road and soon came to a large castle. A woman was standing at the door. Jack asked her to give him food and a night's lodging. "My husband is a very powerful giant. He puts all who come here into a dark dungeon," she said. But Jack begged her to take him in for the night. At last the woman took him in and led him through a long hall, and she gave him plenty to eat and drink. Soon Jack heard a loud knock at the door. The woman quickly pushed him into a great oven and went to let her husband in. "Wife, who is here? I heard voices," roared the giant. "You have keen ears," answered his wife. "Surely there is no harm in speaking aloud to myself." "Get my supper," roared the giant. His wife spread the table with food. After gorging himself, which means eating too much, the giant called for his pet hen. Jack peeped out from the oven and saw the giant set the hen on the table. "Lay, lay, my pretty hen, my pretty hen, my pretty hen, lay an egg of gold, I pray, lay, lay, lay," cried the giant, and every time he repeated this, the hen laid an egg of pure gold. Soon he fell asleep, and his snores filled the room. Jack slipped softly over the floor and the little hen under his arm. Down the long hall he tiptoed out the door. He ran quickly to the beanstalk. Down he climbed and reached his mother's garden safely. "Mother, mother," he shouted, "I have brought you a hen that lays eggs of gold." Every day the hen laid an egg of gold, which they sold and soon became rich. I bet she wasn't so mad about the beans now, right? But Jack was not satisfied. He wanted to climb the beanstalk again and pay the giant another visit. One day he told his mother he was going to climb the beanstalk again. She begged him not to go, but Jack made up his mind he would go. He dressed himself entirely different, and one morning, before his mother was awake, he climbed the beanstalk. He reached the giant's castle in the evening. His wife was standing at the door as before. At first, she refused to take him in, but finally, she led him into the kitchen and fed him as she had before. Soon the giant's heavy footsteps shook the house. The wife hurried and hid Jack in a closet. "Wife, I smell something," he roared. "The cat caught a mouse," answered the wife. This satisfied the giant, and after eating a hearty supper, he said, "Wife, I must have something to amuse me. Bring me my bags of money." Jack peeped from his hiding place and saw the giant counting over and over his bags of gold. Soon the giant fell asleep and began to snore. His wife fell asleep too. Softly, Jack stepped on the floor. He picked up 2 bags of gold and started to the beanstalk. It was some time before he reached it because the bags were very heavy. Down the beanstalk he climbed and reached the cottage safely. He ran to his mother and gave her the bags of gold. For 3 years, Jack did not climb the beanstalk. Then he felt he must do so. He found the road and soon reached the castle. The woman again did not want to let him in at first, but at last she did and hid him in a big copper kettle. When the giant returned in the evening, he shouted, "Wife, I smell something!" and began to search the room. Luckily, the giant ended his search without opening the kettle. After he had finished his supper, he ordered his wife to bring his magic harp. It was the most beautiful harp, and when the giant said, "Play," it played the most beautiful music. Soon the music lulled the giant to sleep. Jack softly crept out of the little kettle and he picked up the harp. But the magic harp called out, "Help, master, help!" The giant woke up and started after Jack. But he had eaten so much that he could hardly stand. Jack managed to reach the beanstalk and quickly started down with the giant after him. The moment Jack reached the bottom, he picked up a hatchet and cut the beanstalk off at the roots. Down crashed the beanstalk with the giant. Boom! His fall was so great that his neck was broken. Jack's mother was happy to see the beanstalk cut down, her son safe, and the end of the wicked giant. Suddenly, the fairy godmother appeared and made Jack promise to be forever good and obedient to his mother. That makes me giggle. She says, be obedient to your mother. Okay. Jack gladly promised to be a dutiful son and told his mother how sorry he was for all the worry he had caused her. Ever after, he and his mother lived happily ever after. I love that book. I love Jack and the Beanstalk. I like it a lot more as a grown-up actually than I did when I was little, which is kind of funny. Anyway, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna have myself a nice ice cream. Just kidding. Squish. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Zavi City, and then Ant City, and then Miles is working on definitely some Cat City over here.
Oh yeah, that's Cat City.
Tate worked on, oh yes, Tate really loves the color red today. And Thea did hearts. And Coco, ooh, was making some houses down there.
Do you like my toxic bomb area?
Toxic bombs. Oh yeah. Hearts on one side and toxic bombs on the other. Sounds about right.
I see. Oh, toxic bomb. Can I make a house for me? 1 second. These are
I like
also
how she
permanent
says
homes,
can
so
I
if
when she
somebody
means
likes
can you.
more,
That's so adorable.
so 2 people like this. I didn't know they could live together.
What's with
Me
that?
and me
Oh, okay.
will live together. So yeah, there's different apartments. So there's 3 apartments in each house.
Oh, it's like our house.
Yeah, that's technically where I'm getting my because my house it only has it's only that.
Oh, Zavi. Hey, guys, remember, this paper is for all the kids, and you're taking up, this is a lot of space.
That's
So-
everybody town.
Okay.
So everyone.
Does everybody get a chance to draw in here, too?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Penguin. This is.
I'm glad that you're enthusiastic.
Panda.
That's just huge.
I'm gonna name you each.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's so funny because I can look at this and tell exactly who made what.
And butterflies are here.
You guys all have your own styles.
I'm helping for
Very nice.
name is that?
Very nice, Coco.
Can I have a little help?
I look beautiful.